Hello everyone and welcome to the Simulated Handball Federation Champions League Final 4. We're going digital for this year's Final 4 in May. We are in Lanxess Arena for our first semi-final, and it's one hell of a surprise semi-final as well. In this Final 4 we have Kielce, we have VARDAR, the reigning champions, we have Barca, and we have THW Kiel, and it's Barca and THW Kiel in the other semi-final. But our first semi-final here today is the surprise one, the surprise package semi-final between PGE VIVE KIELCE and HC VARDAR. It's Chris Riley here with you for this one, and joined by Marcio. Many know Marcio. This is, as we said, a surprise. We saw in the quarterfinals a couple of incredible results as Kielce beat PSG and VARDAR beat Veszprém. What are you expecting today?
Today, it's like, you remember when we were last together in the last game, I said VARDAR has this thing about winning against Hungarian teams. They won both, Pixegen against Veszprém. I don't know if this is going to be contagious and they will spread that love that we saw against Kielce, and maybe they will get the win. I'm like all for it now. I don't care. This is the Final 4. This is like the 4 best teams of the Champions League. So whichever comes, I'll take it. I don't mind. I just feel sorry because I love the Hungarian fans. They're like always partying in the Lanxess Arena. It's always a great time with them. But I know the Macedonians and also the Polish will be up to the contest, and they will provide us with the support that we love.
Absolutely, and the 18,000 people in the stands here in this digital Lanxess Arena. Looking forward to whatever happens. It should be a party, and I'm pretty sure these two sides will give us something to remember. And we're underway here with HC VARDAR and Stas Skuba, the player of the match from the quarterfinal, getting things going, and Igor Karacic, the former VARDAR player, equalizing early on. And it's Stas Skuba, 2 out of 2 for him early doors. And Marius Jurkovic, who's been a surprise starter at left back throughout this run to the semi-final, before we finally get our first save of the day for Andy Wolf in what is expected to be a fascinating goalkeeper battle, while Blasians makes it a 3-2 lead for the first time for Kielce. In these opening 5 minutes, it's goals galore, Marcio.
It is, and it's really funny to see Stas Skuba scoring from the 9 meters, because we know that he's not the tallest player in the court, but it's really funny because he has this great and massive shot. Like, I love when he shoots. It's kind of like he has this magical trick that the ball goes curly or something and can trick any goalkeeper, and this time it was with Wolf. But right now we have a great match. It's 5-4 for VARDAR. They're taking their time to take this game. They're taking the attack and the defense, strong defense against Kielce, because both teams are very massive. Both teams have players that can play very physical, and right now we're seeing that. We're seeing that, and these 18,000 people also, and we're loving it.
And it's taken almost 13 minutes, but Alex Dushabayev gets in on the act with his first goal of the game, making it 5-0 before his opposite number. Jose Toledo makes it 6-5. Goals flying in from everywhere around 9 meters. The backcourt's really dominating things so far. And Jose Toledo, who's been one of the surprise packages this season, he's having an absolute stormer so far, with 4 goals from 5 attempts for him. And that sees VARDAR leading by the narrowest of margins in the 17th minute, 7 goals to 6. And a couple of chances there, first of all for Kielce, as that counter-attack by Una Ginagalde misses, and down the other end it's Stas Skuba, who you mentioned before. He's had an up and down day, but that's his 3rd goal of the game, keeping VARDAR's noses in front here.
Yeah, true, but VARDAR is doing their game. They want to go for at least 2-3 goals so they can control the pace of the game like they did against Veszprém. I don't know if Talat Dushabayev will allow them to do that, because he usually doesn't like to be controlled when he's game. He likes to control the pace himself. That's why he always has this changing in the line, always changing the backcourt, always changing a little bit of in the line also. And right now it's only by 1, 9-8 for VARDAR, 9-9. Now Dushabayev with a great goal from the 9 meters. Damn, I love this, Chris. And I love how both teams are giving everything because they know this is the semifinal and they're like one step to become champions.
There's Dushabayev again, who temporarily puts Kielce in front before an equaliser from VARDAR. And a fascinating thing here as well is that the goalkeepers are being changed by both sides. Neither goalkeeper in the starting team for Kielce and VARDAR having the best day so far. So Andy Wolf being swapped with Milos Valak, who's made 2 saves out of 2. Surprisingly, the young second choice goalkeeper. And that has led for this relatively high scoring but also very even first half here. And Ladislav Kulej, the big Belarusian from left back, banging one in from 9 meters before Christian Dissinger does the exact same thing down the other end after he skips past his defender just before the buzzer. And at half time here, we couldn't ask for any more, Marcio. 12 goals apiece.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and you can listen to the crowd just completely going crazy with this 12-12 score at halftime. And it's like you said, not in terms of defense, both teams are doing it very fine. They're changing goalkeepers. There's not one that you could say, oh, he's doing everything he can for saving. Both of them, like all the 4 goalkeepers right now, have been on the court, and some of them better than the others, of course. You never know. But I think that it's going to be the trick for this game. It's going to be the goalkeepers. If you can manage to switch when they're going down or not, and maybe get that advantage to get the ball and secure the 3 goals that we always know that teams love to be on 3 goals advantage.
Well, you're talking about the goalkeepers there, and they've really proved your point, as in the opening 3 minutes nobody scored yet. We've had a couple of saves from Khalifa Gadbani and one from Milos Valak. Another save by Milos Valak. It's a prophecy, Marcio. You've prophesized this second half finally. After 4 minutes of play, Igor Karacic makes it 13-12 before Andy Wolf makes another save. It's been an incredible start to the game in front of, or defence-wise and goalkeeper-wise, for Kielce. Another save by Andy Wolf. This is nuts.
This is the second half. This is the second half. I will stop talking now because I already prophesized. Like you said, I'm not going to say anything else.
Finally, after 6 minutes and 42 seconds of the second half, Daniel Shishkarev gets the first goal for VARDAR in this second half. Christian Dissinger follows up with one shortly afterwards. And finally, we're getting the goals here as Danny Dushabayev gets in on the act, scoring from the backcourt for Kielce, who seem to have this small edge here, but we're seeing the goalkeepers playing a big part, and a bit of nerves as well, as a missed pass from Mariusz Jurkovic is followed by a missed pass by VARDAR.
Both teams are losing a lot the ball. It's like they're nervous. I know this is the Final Four. I know this is the semi-final, but chill, guys, chill. She needs to chill so the ball goes to inside where she needs to go. The ball needs to go inside the goal. And right now it's a 15-16. We have 18 minutes so far to end this match, and we're seeing a lot of changes on the goal and also on the lines. I think they're now trying something, you know. Both teams are now trying something, because after almost 8 minutes without a goal in the beginning of the second half, everybody was going nuts.
And it's a real battle of the goalkeepers here, and also the right backs, as Jose Toledo with 5 goals from 6, and on the other side Alex Dushabayev 6 goals from 9, as his brother Danny gets 2 out of 2 to make it a 2-goal lead for Kielce, with Andy Wolf slowly coming into the game as well with another big save. Danny Dushabayev doing the business for his daddy, Coach Tallant. 2-goal lead for Kielce as we've just over 12 minutes left to play. Could this be the end of a magical run for VARDAR? They've surprised a couple of teams already to make it through to the Final Four, but Kielce in this key phase with just over 10 minutes left are they're taking the lead now by 4 goals with Alex Dushabayev. It's the Dushabayev brothers doing the business for their father, the Coach Tallant, and Khalifa Gadbani with a big save there. That's come at an important time. 10 minutes left to play, but they need to score down the other end. VARDAR 4 goals behind now.
They need a timeout, Chris. They need a timeout.
But Alex Dushabayev makes it a 5-goal game temporarily. 8 minutes left to play. Is there a way back here for VARDAR? I don't know. Not with Ladislav Kulesh. He's got one in. He's helped out the Dushabayev boys. Staskuba getting himself a goal, but with 7 minutes left to play, could it be too little too late for VARDAR?
I think so. But Kielce just lost the ball, I don't know, and it's 4 goals. It's that mental breakdown, you know, that mental barrier that sometimes players just keep going. When it's 4 goals, they go like, okay, this is gone. And Andreas Wolf comeback, what a great comeback after that first half that it was like very, very, very bad. And in the second half, he just took it all, and he has like 30% now of efficiency, which is usually enough to win a game when the goalkeeper has 30%. And it's 5 goals, and it's done. It's Kielce going to the final.
Absolutely, you called it. You said it was going to be the goalkeepers that would make the difference in this one, and it's proved to be. With just 3 seconds left in the game, Timur Dibarov gets his first goal of the game, but it's too little, too late for VARDAR. Their amazing run comes to an end, but PGE VIVE KIELCE are through to the final after a very impressive second half where they really controlled things. Great goalkeeping as well from Andy Wolf and Milos Valach, and the Dushabayev brothers with Alex and Danny really doing the business for Kielce today in this second half, and they go through to the very first final of this Simulated Handball Federation's Quarantine Champions League, where they await the winner of our second semi-final between Kiel and Barca. But the way they played today, you've got to consider them as real contenders. You know, it's not going to be a case of an underdog tomorrow. When you look at the way Alex Dushabayev played today, and his brother, also Igor Karacic, 4 out of 4 brilliant performances from the men in yellow.
It's true, Chris. I think that if Kielce plays like in the second half, they will have a great chance to win the final. They will go with the final champions. Independently of which team comes, Kiel or Barca, Talent did a great job today. He just managed to like erase the strengths of VARDAR when it comes to the wings. So Davidov and Šupić had like a really bad time today. And like you said, we saw from the first half to the second half, the team grew. Both Dushabayevs actually got free of what they were doing, and they were allowed to score so many goals. And Karacic just controlling the pace of the game. As soon as Kielce was in front, they said, "We'll not go down now. We will take this win." And we saw 1, 2, 3, 4 goals difference, and we could see that immediately. Kielce had that win because VARDAR got nervous, and I said they need a timeout when it was like 47, 48, 9 minutes. There was no timeout, and the team just lost it. They lost their will.
Great summary, Marcio, and that summed it up very well. That's the end of our coverage of this first semi-final of the Simulated Handball Federation Champions League. We'll have the second one between Barca and Kiel very, very soon. And thank you, Marcio. We'll see you for the grand final.